How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit double IPA goodness, hopeful goodness, from Grimm Brewing. It is their Psychedelic Gardner double IPA. This be a 8% straight double IPA. It was canned a month and a half ago and comes courtesy of my boy Kyle from Brooklyn. Thank you very much, homie. He sent me off a bunch of stuff, a lot of Grimm stuff, so that's fun. I haven't done a bunch of their beers in quite some time. Let's dive into this sucker, see what she's got. Label-wise, I think I called this in the unboxing, kind of HR puff and stuffy. I don't know where that came from in my mouth hole, but I think it still makes sense, still rings true. But yeah, look at that. It just kind of, Psychedelic Gardner. Makes sense, If you guys ever want to watch the funniest thing, if you don't know what H&R puff and stuff is, go look it up. It's basically shit from when I was a kid of weird, creepy Saturday morning kind of sketch comedy, sketch kid show, but definitely driven by a lot of drugs. And then after you go and watch that on YouTube and be like, oh, that's what H&R puff and stuff is, go on to YouTube and type in Mr. Show. Oh, God, what the hell is the name of the... So Mr. Show is a sketch comedy in the, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s on HBO. Bob Odenkirk, David Cross. And they did a parody of H&R Puff and stuff. And it's hilarious. Just type in Mr. Show, H&R Puff and stuff, and you'll see it. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, yeah, it looks the part of a big old double IPA hazy. Probably a little bit lighter than you expect. Maybe. A little apricot-y in color. Nice head on it. Index finger. Tight compact bubbles. See if you get a nose. If I don't like this beer, it's going to be weird. You want to know why? Very soft. Soft everywhere. Now you're like, wait a minute. 8% soft. Usually you kind of get your panties in a bunch over this. So, soft fruitiness. Just kind of tropical fruit, stone fruit, citrus running the gamut. Very light. Nothing too crazy over the top in your face. Same thing when it comes to the bittering portion of the show. Nothing too crazy bittering. Same thing with the sweetness. Nothing too crazy sweet. But there is this green grassy, a little bit of really high-end weed dankiness in there that isn't huge, but it's bigger than all those other things. And I'm hoping that rings true in the taste, because even if this drinks 5%, if those notes, that little bit of green grassiness, that bit of weedy dankiness kind of comes through, and that's the predominant kind of flavor profile, Daddy's going to be happy. Cheers. Yeah, it's there. It's so close. I just want that. I want that greenness. I want that little bit of grassiness, that dankiness, just to be turned up a little bit more. It drinks like 4.5%, 5%. There's a tiny pop, a little bit of evaporative heat in there, so you're drinking something higher in ABV, but pushing that to the side and just going strictly off of impact and how ABV and bigness of a beer kind of typically runs parallel to that. It drinks much smaller than its actually legitimate ABV. Again, those soft fruit undertones, nothing too crazy. The bittering probably a little bit bigger than you expect to base off of the nose, but you get that little bit of green grassiness. You get a nice, soft, really high-end, weedy dankiness, and done. Doesn't finish like sweet by any stretch. It falls short of finishing like super dry, but it's more dry than sweet. This is danger beer for me. This is something where I could crush 2 or 3 cans of this without even thinking about it, and then waking up a dumpster in Brooklyn somewhere and just be fucked. Yeah, and that's it. And there's really not much else to it. Mouth feels nice. It's soft. The carbonation's on point. It gives you that little bit of greenness with that very subtle kind of fruit undertones. Done. It's a 4.5% beer trapped in an 8% beer body. But in a weird way, I don't hate it. I don't hate that kind of hitting lower or punching lower than its weight class kind of thing. Usually I hang my hat on that shit, but for this one, I kind of like it. So there you go. I think I might have said that about another Grimm beer that I did that Kyle sent off. We'll have to see. I'll probably post all these at the same time so you see what's what. That's pretty much it. Done. Very, very subtle fruitiness. That kind of green grassiness and that weediness is predominant, but at the same time, still not overly impactful. Super nice soft mouthfeel to it. Super chugger. Danger beer. Done. So one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late. It's worthy of being in the conversation. Just not stellar off the top of the roof, Mount Rushmore status stuff. Value to availability, I have no idea what Grimm goes for. I know they can be had inside and outside the brewery. Well, during this whole COVID thing, who knows what's what? You know, who knows what's what? Kyle does. Let us know what's what. And leave you with, if you like what, will you like this beer? If you just like creepy, dangerous chuggers. I mean, danger beers. I mean, that's kind of where this lands. You like new school IPAs, but you don't want stuff to be like overly kind of over the top in one direction. You'll dig this. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Grimm right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.